If you have interest in DevOps and deployment automation, this video will help you a lot for deploying your application with Jenkins multi-branch pipeline with different environment strategy compliance. Hello everyone, my name is Mohammad Asim Akram. Welcome back to Cloud Asim YouTube channel. In this today's video, I will show you how to create a multi-branch pipeline project and automate with auto webhook trigger using Jenkins as CI/CD tool and source code. We are residing at GitHub and we will be using GitHub integration. If you want to understand how organization will manage multi-branch pipelines, this video will help you a lot. By end of this video, you will know how to create awesome pipeline and so many possibilities. I will walk you through every single step from setting up Jenkins, creating a pipeline, setting a webhook trigger, turning them to production use. Make sure you pay close attention till the end. If you have not subscribed yet, please do subscribe so that you receive latest update from our channel. So alright, let's not waste any more time. Let's get started. Before we jump into the pipeline, we need to create infrastructure, right? Let's check how we are going to set up the infrastructure. Okay, in the previous video, we already have set up the Jenkins. We have configured everything on the Ubuntu Linux operating machine. We are using AWS as cloud platform for our virtual machine. So you can follow this video to set up your Jenkins, right? So we are using this server. So I make up and running this Jenkins server. I have accessed the Jenkins server using Mobile Extreme as third-party SSH client app. So I'll go directly to our Jenkins dashboard over here, right? And from here, we will start creating from the scratch our multi-stage pipeline, right? So before we start over here, let's go from the basic and we will try to understand why do we require this multi-branch pipeline, right, in the Jenkins. So let's open our whiteboard. Here I have mentioned everything, right? The strategy is simple, as I mentioned over here. In the real-time scenario, in the production use, the minimum environments will be the dev, stage, and the production, right? This will change based on your organization. They may add multiple stages as UAT, pre-pod, right? Based on your use case. But the minimum, there will be 3 environments. So for the environment, we'll be having the GitHub, your repository, three branches. So what the basic multi-stage pipeline does that in the every branch, if there is a Jenkins file is available, so by using this, creating this Jenkins pipeline, right, there we automate this everything. So wherever the Jenkins file is available in that branch, so that automatically get triggered, right? So the dependency that in the every branch of the GitHub, right, on your repository, you should have your Jenkins file in that. So we will cover this one use case first, then we'll go for the second use case. The second use case, what does it mean? That the Jenkins file will have multiple stage over here, right? So in this case, what we can do, how you can benefit with this multi-stage pipeline in the sense, let's say I have first stage for, let's say I'm going to just install npm, right? npm install. If I'm using Node.js application, right, npm install, then I may be using SonarQube integration so that our code have quality check, right? So in this case, what you can do it, you can divide your Jenkins file in your different stages. Okay, instead of creating different branches, you can divide your branch, right, in the different stages also, right? Each stage will have the Jenkins file only related to that stage itself. Okay, so these two cases we can cover up. So let's go and check it out, that flow, how we are going to craft. Before that, we have a simple document how you are going to view that. As I mentioned, that what does it provide? The multi-stage pipeline in Jenkins is essential for creating well-structured, flexible, effective CI/CD flows. It will break down your entire build state deployment process. As I mentioned that you can divide your Jenkins file into multiple stages. So whenever one stage is failed, you'll get that stage itself notification, right? As I mentioned over here, so just to simplify that, let's say I have one Jenkins file over here. With that, I have multiple stages, right? multiple stages. So if any one stage fail, that means complete my pipeline will get fail, right? So that will be very difficult to check it out which stage that fail, but still it's possible to provide the access to your developer or the DevOps team. They can go in the console and check it out which stage is failing. But to break down this, you can create one Jenkins file. That Jenkins file contain only the build step of your npm install. The second one you can keep it as Sonar Cube integration. The third one you can make it as Docker build, right? Then you can keep the Kubernetes deployment. This also use case we can handle with our multi-stage pipeline, right? Jenkins. As I mentioned this, I will provide you. You can go through it. I will give you simple. See, I have said that purpose. You can keep compile code, dependency, artifact, right? Everything you can differentiate between your stages. Okay. So now what we'll do? We'll jump to the Jenkins. Here is the dashboard of the Jenkins. I'll click on the new item. Now we are going to create the. Let's start creating the multi-branch pipeline. Just click on the new item. Then there'll be prompt that which kind of pipeline you're going to create. We will give it as Jenkins, not Jenkins multi branch. Okay, you can keep any name. You can go scroll down over here. You'll be finding different option. You can go with freestyle project pipeline. But in this session, right, we are going to cover with multi branch pipeline. Then you click over here, click on OK, then the prompt will be coming up to configure your repository and the steps what we are going to use in the pipeline, right? Will follow in the sequence as given by the Jenkins, right? So before heading over here, this is our Jenkins file, right, which is available in our repository. And the branch for me, I have only the one branch main, right? We will add progressively multiple branch, and I will show you how this pipeline multi branch pipeline will work, right? So if you check it over here, I have only two simple steps in my pipeline stages. One is npm install and npm install constraint npm install command, which we are using at sh, right? And then the second, we are using only echoing deploying application. The use case only to have the framework of how you are going to write your Jenkins file, right, for multi-stage pipeline. So let's go over here, write over here Jenkins multi, right? You can give it any based on the use case. Now you are here, you have to give the source. In this case, there is a multiple option. If you're going with the GitHub integration with SSH keys and everything, then you can proceed with this. But if you're going with any repository URL, then you have to go with git URL. So in our use case, this is our repository, right? If you come to my GitHub GitHub account, then you'll find this Node.js application repository. Don't worry, in the description, I'll give this link also. So you can come to this repository and you can use fork and you can work on this tutorial, right? Then afterwards, I'll give over here, this repository is public. In this case, I don't require credentials. Okay. So if you check over here, I saying that is fine. Then afterwards, yes, Jenkins file is asking that in your repository, the Jenkins file is available. As I mentioned that we do have a Jenkins file over here and the steps configured on this. Okay. One more point is that on my server, already I have npm installed on this server. Okay. So that's the reason, npm -v, right? npm version is already there. As I mentioned that you can follow this tutorial, right? This tutorial to configure Jenkins on your virtual machine. But still, I have mentioned on my repository, the same repository which you are using in this tutorial, right? In this session, here I have given all the commands using install Node.js, using np and npm using nvm, right? Widget you can use and you can configure. All the step is given over here. You can follow, you can configure over there, right? So let's go. I'm saying the Jenkins file is available. Then afterwards it say that how you're going to use this trigger. We will add later on this in the video, sorry, in this session. So here I'm going to keep maximum 4 build to make it optimize. Everything is fine. I will just apply and save. You will see that pipelines gets triggered and whatever the branch is available, that branch will be fetched. Currently I have branch. So let's say how many pipeline is getting triggered. See, if you check it over here, it's saying that we have one pipeline that is main is getting triggered, right? So if you check it over, you are not finding anything. So just click on the status. So it will refresh. and you will see the result of the pipeline. If it is failed or passed, you can have the result of it. It's showing that it's successfully done. If you go to the main branch pipeline, right? If you check on the console output, the whatever the step we have configured in the Jenkins file, that has been executed. If you click on the Jenkins file, here you'll find you have two steps. Okay. See, if we check it over here, this two step is done. So now as per our structure, what we are going to create two more branches, that is dev and stage, right? So simply what I will do it, I will go quickly over here. Then afterwards, I'll create new branch. Branch name, I'll give it as dev. I will fork from main branch. Fine. So if you check it over here, you'll be having two branches, right? So let fork one more as a stage. Is saying that from where you are going to fork it. So I'll say it's fine, fork from the dev, because my dev and the main branch is same. If you check it over here, you'll be finding that now we have three environments, right? Three branches, for example, right? So that is how the use case we are handling. We have three. Prod is for the main, okay, main. Then we have dev and stage over here, right? So we'll go quickly back over here. Then what we will do it, we will now just go to the multi-branch and we will trigger this multi-branch pipeline once again with the using the scan. Okay, scan, what will do, it will go to the repository or for repository and we will check it out how many stages are there in this repository. Stages in the sense, sorry, how many branches are there, that all branches will be executed if the Jenkins file is available on this repository. Okay, so see, currently I have main, right? So simply I'll trigger on the scan branch pipeline. You will be seeing here the build is getting triggered. See, if you check it over here, it's saying that two more stage has been added, stage and the dev. Okay, the first main is triggered, then afterwards stage will trigger. See, if you check it over here, right? We will wait for the few seconds. Let us fresh now with the status. Click on the status, so it will get refresh. So you're able to find three branches is over here also, right? It's stating. See, quickly what is done, it has gone to my repository and it found that yes, now it's we have three stages, sorry, three branches of my GitHub repository. Then it has checked is the Jenkins files available or no. It's available in the three because it was in the main branch, right? So we have cloned from the main branch, right? Everything. So we have three are successfully done, right? So now this point we have validated this point, right? As I mentioned that. Okay. Now what we will do it, we will create three different stages. Okay. Three different stages. So for the three different stages, we'll create three different branches. Okay. Let me go and I will create it as what was our stages. We have npm install. So I will do it. I will create install branch, right? Just a second on this. Let's say npm, right? Just to make sure if I'm breaking this, right, from where, let's take from the stage, because so it's done stage, right? So then again we will create one more. What was that? Deploy, right? Deploy we have. So let's check deploy from npm. Okay, how many we have? Deploy. In the deploy, what we required only, right? We required only the code of deploy only, right? We don't require the code of remaining. Just a second, let me check. Fine. 1 2 1 2 1 2, right? Fine, I will commit over here. So what we have done, we have keep deploy branch. In the deploy branch, Jenkins file, right? I have edited Jenkins file. In that case, I have given only one step. So what I've done, I am breaking. Same case, you can go and we'll go for the npm, right? In the npm, what I will do it, I'll break down this and I will say I do required only what I do required. I required only npm install stage, right? See what we have done. We have created the repository. We have in this repository we have npm branch. In that npm branch we have only the step, right, build step of npm install. So now how many branches do we have? We have five. One, two, three, four, five. So here there is same Jenkins fly. Here you have different. So what we will do it now? We will here. So you will be fine that five pipelines will be getting triggered. Okay. See. So what will happen now? Stage will do, as I mentioned that, let me refresh now. See, if you check it over here, npm install branch, npm branch will execute the step which is available inside the npm branch, only that step itself. So in this case, what we have npm install. So if this branch will, this step will fail, that means we have the readability better option stating that this is caused by this, right? So this will fail only this only sorry, this step will be failed, so that this build will be failed, right? See, npm install is successfully done, right? So in this case we will add more step, right? In the real-time scenario you will have the notification pipeline, right? We will have notification enabled in that with using smt server. You'll be having multiple sonar cube like docker, tree, opad stages, multiple stages you will be having in your pipeline. At this stage you can break down that different stages and you can configure that as well, right? So I've give you this example also, right? So now in this case, the main the point is that if you have sonar cube, if the sonar cube branch fails, right, in the branch you have sonar cube stage itself, right? So at that time you will know that everything has passed, only the sonar cube has failed. So this readability is better for every team, but based on the organization that can be configured. But this is the one provision is available, you can do as per your convenience, right? So now the point is that how you are going to uh, trigger this pipelines. Now up to now what we have done, we have used manually step to go and trigger this pipeline, right? So in this case, what the step we required webhook. Okay, so we will be configuring now webhook. So simply what I will do it, I will go over here my repository and I'll go in the setting. In the setting I'll go for the webhook, right? Add webhook. So it will ask me re-authentication. So I'll use the same credential which I have. So I'm coming over here. So if you check it over here, right? So you'll go for configure, click on the configure. There is a one prompt over here. Okay. Before that, I think I have to add one. Before this, I have to add one more plugin. So let me check that plugin is available or no. But let me configure. Let's that load over there. So I'll go and go down over here. You'll be finding yes, scan multi-branch pipeline trigger. I'll say that is fine. So one day no. So let me check where I have. No, I will keep it as over here. I have to add the plugin. Then I'll be using the thing. The option is that we can trigger individually, like 1 hour, 3 minutes every time. Whenever the build gets triggered, the time gets every 5 minutes, it will be triggered. But this use case is not done. We will say that whenever the code is changed, let's this multi-stage pipeline gets triggered. So quickly, I'll go for the manage Jenkins. Then I'll go for the plugins. Then what I have to install one plugin that is known as multi-branch webhook trigger. Okay. that that plugin will provide me the option to create a webhook over here. Okay, so for that excuse you have to install additional webhook plugin over there. Okay, so I'll go for the available plugin. Go for search for this plugin, multi-stage multi-branch Yes. See, you'll be finding here multi-branch action triggers, right? So just multi-branch web hook. Let me add over here. Multi-branch scan webhook trigger. Okay. This we have to install. Just install over here. So it will install the plugin. And after that, we can enable this option. With that option, we can automate, right? We need to restart our Jenkins, right? For that use case, what we will do it, we will go over here, or else we'll go to the console, and I will say sudo system, because this will restart quickly. Systemctl restart Jenkins, because we have configured Jenkins, so it will take minimum time starting from CLI, right, from the server side. See, the resources has been taken 100%. That means it's restarting our Jenkins. To enable that plugins, some plugins, if you're going to configure installing plugin, then it's ask you to restart your Jenkins server as well. Okay. So now if I go over here, then I will click refresh, right? Reload. So it's asking me to sign in again, because we have restarted our Jenkins server. Just give the credentials, right? We have configured, just sign in. Then we'll go for the Jenkins multi-branch, right? What we have configured. Then here you'll be finding one option will be enabled. That option we have to edit and add the webhook over there. Not now. I'll go scroll down over here. See, this was not enabled, right? Scan by webhook. So this was there. If you click over here, you'll be finding that how you're going to create this. Okay. The first step is you have to copy this uh, here, right? Go to the webhook. Then here you add a JSON. And then afterward, give it over here. If you remember that, if you want to, GitHub webhook, right? Before we used to get GitHub webhook, right? But here it's providing you the guide how you're going to do it. For that use case is saying that I'll give it as admin name. So I'm creating one token. That token I have to pass using this. After URL, I have to copy this complete, right, up to here. Simple, because already I have given Jenkins URL over here, right? So after this, I will copy here. I have to create one /. Then afterwards, the token. The token what I'm giving over there, I'm giving as admin. You can keep everything, right, based on your case. I'll giving admin. Okay. Then let me just check it out. Invoke token. Then apply and save it. Then here also what you have to do, you have to give application JSON. First you have to give payload. In payload we are sending everything, right? Whatever we are going to do it. Just add webhook. So it was successful. If you check it over here, if you are successfully done, then only you'll get receive that it has been done something correctly. If you don't find this tick mark, that means you have given wrong URL of your webhook, okay, of your Jenkins server or your multi-branch pipeline. So this is fine. So now that means our webhook is done. So what happened? Whatever changes I'm going to delete it, that will be done, right? So here I don't require any pull request or something. So simply what I will do it, let me try with this step. What I will do it, uh, let's say from the main branch, I'm going to delete one pipeline, sorry, Jenkins file. So what I will do it, I will go and edit. Then what I will say it, I want to delete. The use case what I'm going to show you is that, 1 second, where we are, here. Let me go here. Let me go here. Download, just delete this file. As I mentioned that we have to do that part also, right? As I've said that in in this use case that if the Jenkins file is available in your repository branch, then only that branch will be triggered. Okay. So see what we have done. We have deleted something. So now what happened? It automatically should get triggered. Okay. Let me go and refresh now. What was there before? Let me go and check. From here, the branches, one branch should has to be minimized. It means the main branch, we don't have the Jenkins, right? In the main branch, the Jenkins main branch should not get triggered. That means that webhook did not pass. Why it failed this webhook, right? So let's go and check over here. Let me check, cross check again the webhook. Why it's not changing over here? Let me validate again. 13168080 port number. Find multi-batch trigger into admin. I think I have done something wrong over here. Yes, supposed not to give the brackets. I think I missed this. Let me add the webhook and let me trigger one more time. Let me check it over here. Is this pipeline get triggered or no? So now what we will do it, we will change some of the code and we will validate that does we have done something changes or no, right? So what I will do it, I will go simply into the readme document because we want to change something. Node.js application, I will add it over here. Then I will commit. If I commit over here, then I supposed to check that should trigger. Yes, that's fine. So how we debug that? Just we have given some URL wrong. With that case, it has happened. Now, if I refresh status, you're able to find one branch is missing from here. The reason that we have revoked, deleted the file of Jenkins, right? Jenkins from the main branch. So let me go and check over here. You're able to find, see, main is disabled. You got my point. See, it's disabled. The reason for that, it did not find any Jenkins file over here, right? So now what we will do it, we will take the pull request, right? Take the pull request again from npm branch because we required a Jenkins file over here, right? And we will see, let me try one more time, right? So what we will do it, we will go and we will delete a dev branch Jenkins file as well, okay? Just to validate that, that is our claim is correct or no, right? So just go down and delete the Jenkins file. As I delete the Jenkins file, you're able to find that from which branch we are deleting. We are deleting from dev branch. You'll be able to see that the dev branch will be disabled. Let me refresh this. Because we have added the webhook, right? We no need to go and trigger always, which we are doing in the initial of our setup, right? So you're able to find that this is developed. This is disabled. The reason of disabled, what is that? Because we don't have the Jenkins file. So it's not considering as to build that stages or the source code next step. Okay. See, this project is in disabled stage, right? This is how you can do it. Now what we over there, and I will create where I'll be creating over here, right? So simply what I will do it, I will commit. So the commit is done, right? As soon as make this commit, you're able to find that whatever the branches we have done, that will be done, right? From the stage in the main. So simply what we will do it, we will create in the dev also, right? Simply I'll go and I will say, please add file. Okay, save it. Jenkins capital, Jenkins file over here and commit, right? So see what we have done in the dev and the main, we have added two Jenkins files, right? The same branch over there. So now if you go and check on this on our multi-stage, you're able to find that what was the stages what disabled, excluding stage, all the pipelines should be enabled now, right? That should be triggered and up and running. See, you're able to find that, is have all the Jenkins file. The stage is missing over here. So what do we validate now after seeing everything? You're able to find that, or whatever the use case we have done, everything is successfully, you can do it. This in the real-time scenario, you can make multiple steps and everything, you can do it based on that. Okay. So as I mentioned that end of this video, what we have learned how to create awesome pipeline, right? And we are using Jenkins multi-branch pipeline with a different environment we have showed you, and the different steps also, right? Different stages how you're going to integrate that. Please don't forget to share, subscribe with your friends so that you receive latest update from our channel also. Thank you very much, guys.